Have you ever felt like you were living in someone else's shadow? Not just anyone's shadow, but the shadow of the person you loved. It's a strange place to be. You're right there, close enough to see everything, to feel everything, but you're invisible. That was my life for a long, long time. I was the best friend, the confidant, the shoulder to cry on. I was the guy she called when her flashy, exciting boyfriends inevitably broke her heart. I'd listen for hours and piece her back together, and watch as she ran right back into the storm, chasing another firework, another shooting star. And me? I was just there. The constant, the background noise, the reliable wallpaper in the room of her life. I never made grand gestures. I didn't write songs or whisk her away on spontaneous trips. My love wasn't a firework display. It was a small, steady flame that never went out. I'd remember her favorite coffee order. I'd notice when she got a new haircut. I was the one who knew the story behind that silly scar on her leg. The one who could make her laugh that genuine, snorting laugh that no one else ever got to hear. I watched her fall for the charismatic guys, the ones who were loud and commanded attention. They were the lead singers, the star athletes, the guys who promised the world on a silver platter. And every time, I felt a familiar ache. It wasn't jealousy. Not really. It was more like frustration. I wanted to shake her and say, "Can't you see? The best parts of life aren't the loud explosions. They're the quiet, everyday moments." But I never did. I just waited. I stayed. Because my love wasn't conditional. It didn't depend on her choosing me. Then one day, something shifted. It wasn't a dramatic movie moment. There was no sudden downpour or a race to the airport. It was quiet. We were just sitting on my couch, eating takeout after another one of her breakups. She was quiet for a long time, just staring at the TV, but I could tell she wasn't really watching it. Then she turned to me, and her eyes were different. They weren't filled with tears for someone else. They were just looking at me. Really looking at me, maybe for the first time. She said, "You've always been here, haven't you?" It wasn't a question. It was a realization. And in that moment, I saw it. The curtain had been pulled back. She wasn't looking at the wallpaper anymore. She was seeing the home that had been built around her all along. She started talking about all the little things. The time I drove 2 hours in the middle of the night to help her with a flat tire. The playlist I made her for her exams. The way I always knew when she needed space and when she needed a hug. These weren't grand romantic gestures. They were just me. And she was finally seeing that the love she'd been searching for wasn't in the temporary blaze of a firework. It was in the quiet, consistent warmth of a hearth. It's a slow burn, this kind of love. It doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't demand the spotlight. But it's the kind of love that lasts. It's the kind that builds a foundation, stone by steady stone. It's realizing that the person who was in your shadow all along was actually the one holding up the light. And maybe that's the most beautiful love story of all. Not the one about the knight in shining armor, but the one about the gardener who quietly tended the soil all along, waiting for you to finally notice the flowers that had bloomed right at your feet. So if you feel like you're in the background, don't lose hope. Your quiet loyalty, your steady presence, that's your superpower. One day, someone will see you. Not as the shadow, but as the sun. If this story resonated with you, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more. The heart remembers what the world forgets.